Hello, it's Umitencho here, drawing some more characters. The characters that are being drawn today are the main 5 heroes of Ronin Warriors in their civilian forms. So today we are starting with Rio, which is of course is the fire guy. Always the fire guy, always be the leader. So I'm starting with the eyes as usual. If I sound a bit congested, it's because I was basically sick over the winter break. So I apologize if that is coming through to the audio. But as you can see here, starting with the eyes, the eyebrows. He has very thick eyebrows. Very thick eyebrows. His mouth was very simple. I'm actually quite glad that I have made progress with the mouths. Those used to be like my most dreaded parts of drawing people were the mouths. So I'm sitting here now drawing his hair. Let's see here. Drawing with the outline here. And this is one of those cases where I go off the page with the hair. I think it's a case where he has a mullet. I guess that was a thing in the 1990s. Characters, males with mullets. Go ahead and color in some of his locks. Get those out the way, and there it is, coming in the ear and the mullet. Some of his clothes. Let's see here. Coloring in his hair, or back hair at least. I know his hair color is just black, so that's probably why I went ahead and colored it in for him to draw out the rest of his body. Just to go ahead and get that in and out the way. So now we are drawing his, I think, shirt or jacket. That's what he was wearing. What he normally wears in his civilian form, they have armor under these clothes, so, excuse me, at least for the most part, they're always in their armored form or pre-transformed armored form. It's like they got this sort of form-fitting armor and then they transform it to more elaborate armor. It's just kind of very interesting. So I'm going in and shading in his clothing so you can see contrast and see the folds within his clothing, and I'm going over and trying to put again another layer of dark on his hair. I am shading in his some shadow from all that hair. I'm smudging in some of the shade, make it pop out more. And that is Rio. Next character I believe that I am drawing here is Sage. I believe his power is light, but I think he's the one who shoots out arrows, if I am correct. It may be Rowen. I'll have to go back and see, but this is the civilian form, so I guess when I get the armor, start drawing their armored form, I will remember what their powers are. Now the good thing about drawing him is I only had to draw one eye, so it's just a matter of doing that. Because his hair covers his, I guess, right eye, technically. So I redid the chin a little bit, went ahead and started working on the outline of his hair. And one good thing about one advice I would go through with drawing hair is if you're not confident with starting from one side, to start on the other side, and you'll be able to make your proper adjustments from there. One thing I didn't like that I did here is I made his his neck too long, which is why I erased it, as you can see, to sort of try to redo it a little bit. But I still felt that I could have made it a bit shorter on the left. I do very much like how I did the clothes on this particular character. Very much. Now let's see. Alright, so I'm starting to add it in the shade. Not necessarily shade, because that's technically red. I guess he's wearing business casual is what he has on. So you see he has like a red, I guess in this case, black tie. I'm going on ahead and coloring in his hair. Now the difference between him and Rio is he has very light brown blondish hair. So I'm definitely going to go through and smudge as what you can see here. I really like using this technique. And of course added the shade, added for shadow and whatnot. He has a lot of hair, just not as much as Rio with his bullet. I do feel like I made the hair on the right a bit too big than the one on the left, but it is what it is. Some shading on the neck. Some shading on the hands over here. Some more detail for his clothing. Oh yeah, I'm darkening the line basically. Which I think I should have did for Rio maybe. I don't know if I did it for Rio, but I doubt it. And then it's Sage. Next is Sai. What I find the most interesting about Sai when I was looking him up was they they spell his name as C-Y-E. And my reference on that particular name is S-A-I, so maybe it's just a little thing from the 1990s, so how we translated Japanese back in the day, and I guess they call them anglicize them, where you spell the name out in English words, usually English letters, I mean. So I did the eyes. I really like the eyes in this case. One thing I did not show is I think I had to restart on this one because I really messed the eyes up, but I really like how I did the eyes here. So I'll go ahead and get the shadow under the neck. And I went ahead and lowered where his hair had hit his lower half of his face. Doing some more of his hair. I think this will be another case where the hair is gonna go off of the page, but I don't know. Does it really matter? Does it? Now that one right there was a bit difficult to draw. I think I had to redo that one a little bit. Or I had to draw some more hair follicles. That went off the page just as I thought. I really like how it's turning out though. Drawing some of his clothing. Go ahead and do some pre-shading. I like to call it pre-shading, especially if I know I'm going to go over and smudge it with the eraser. Do some more pre-shading. So I'm assuming that I did the hair last. There's a coloring it in. He also has light colored hair, so it's definitely going to be an eraser smudge to lighten it up. So, yeah, I definitely had to go through and reinforce these lines for this hair because I'm seeing that there are lines that disappeared in shading. Lighten that up. This not as light as Sage's. Sage's hair is light. I think he is the lightest one. I think it's his side. Yeah, it's his side. One thing, at least with the Ronin Warriors art style, is that the ears are easier to do. I noticed that as at least animation or art styles, Japanese art styles, presumably this was done in Japan, the ears, they start to, over time, but they start to put a little bit more work into ear artwork, and that is Sai. So next, I believe it's Kento, who is sort of like the bruiser, or those burly type characters. I think his element is earth, and I think Sai was water. Yeah, Sai is water. So this is Kento, the earth character. Now his hair is dark though. The next two characters, they have dark colored hair. I forget if he's brown or he's just straight up black, like Rio. Also, with this character, he also only really had to worry about the details of one eye. He has one eye closed. I guess he's winking or whatever. Drawing the hair. One of the few times I got the hair all on without it going off the page. He has a headband on. as well. I don't know what's that symbol supposed to be, because for some reason it looks to me like a whale's tail, but his power is based on the earth. I don't know what that's supposed to be like. Maybe that's supposed to be like a young sprout, a plant sprout, something like that. I don't think he ever developed the ability to manipulate plants in the show. But I'm rewatching the show, so who knows. I just finished the first arc, which is the reunion arc, where they gotta find each other first. They found him under some boulder or whatever, some kind of shrine, something like that. They're about to this area, so who knows. So I'm going here and reinforcing his color of his hair. I don't think I went too dark. I think his hair color is lighter than Rio's. I didn't go full black. I think he was like some sort of blue, maybe. I didn't like how I did these hairs, to the truth be told. I think I made them too big, personally. I go there and shade them. I had to really lighten it up because it looked like for a second that he had a black eye, and I was just like, he doesn't have a black eye. Not why he's doing that. There we go. And that is Kento. Now is Rohan. I thought it was R-W-A-N. Yeah, R-O-W-A-N. It's actually W-R-W-E-N. Good lord, these names are so 90s. Yeah. His power is the air, I think, like space and stuff. They literally have to go to space or to the atmosphere to find him. Oh, his hair. Now in this case, I had to draw, both eyes. This character. I don't know if I went off the page with his hair though. I guess I'm about to find out soon. Oh, and like Kento, he also has. Yeah, I went off a little bit, so I can see that now. But with Kento, he also has a hairband. Now with Kento, his hairband was yellow, so I didn't have to worry about coloring it in. But this one here, his hairband is darker than his hair, so that was an interesting challenge. I was actually, when I got to this point, I was actually fearing that I made his face too big. But then I remember that, oh yeah, his chin. His chin doesn't go down that way, yeah. Made me feel a bit better. Yeah, I just started going crazy with the shade. Just started shading different parts with this character. Of course, there's a shadow under his the folds of his cloak. Start coloring in his hair. I just went ahead and just colored everything, including the hairband, to give everything a layer. And then I went ahead and darkened his hairband to give that contrast. I did something, I would do something later on that was a bit risky, but I think I pulled it off nicely. You'll see later on, doing some more shading with the shadow. Let's see what else here. Doing the smudging. I don't think I did any smudging for the hair. I mean, yeah, I darkened it there first. So I went ahead, even though it was a risk, what I did was, just to make the hair look a bit smoother, I darkened it. I did a little layer of shade, and then I smudged it with the eraser. And I like how it turned out. And I did it in sections so that I wouldn't accidentally smudge the hairband. Because he has also dark hair. I really like how it turned out after I smudged it. Oh yeah, I like that. Lighten up his shading a little bit. And that's Rowen. Rio. Hey. But yes, thank you everyone for watching the video. If you like it, give it a like. If you like my content, please subscribe. You can look at my description and find my social media. See ya.